Welcome to the Decluttering Experiment.
Two sisters, one project.
Hi, I'm Wendy, the older sister, organized, logical, and passionate about all things involving simplicity and minimalism.
And I'm Jill, the younger sister, unorganized, easily distracted, and overwhelmed. I'm in desperate need of a whole house overhaul.
Can Wendy help Jill declutter her house and reclaim her life?
Keep listening to find out.
Hey, Jill.
Hi, Wendy.
Well, we're back again for episode 10. Can you believe it?
I cannot believe it because we've only released 4. So actually, when I listened to episode 4 this morning, it felt like I was listening to my past life.
Wow. Yes, I think it's been about 8 weeks because a couple times we doubled up, but that is so exciting that we've begun this decluttering experiment to get Jill's stuff out of her life.
Yes. And we had this extra challenge this past month to really get a jump start.
Yes. To start the snowball.
Yes.
And the ripple effect.
Of the Decluttering Experiment Challenge is what we called it.
Yes. And our goal was to get as many items, let them go out of our house as we could. I had a goal of 200. Jill had her own goal of
465 because that went with the men's challenge.
The minimalist
Yes.
challenge of a 1 a day, 2, then 2 day 2, 3 day 3,
Yes.
4 day 4. So today we are going to reveal our results and see how we did. But I do want to thank you, Jill, for your willingness to do this challenge with me, because I have realized that I would not have let go of so many items. And we'll talk about some of the things we let go of. Things can add up fast.
Oh, yeah. But my question is, the stuff that you got rid of this month, did you feel like it was stuff that you don't use?
Yes. In fact, that's what I did. I asked myself, really, questioning everything. Is it useful? Am I using it?
Okay.
You know, I have issues, Jill, with bags and rags and boxes, and I love storage containers. And even like the little things that jewelry comes in, things like that. I have discovered about myself that I have this attachment to those kind of things because in the future, they're not really items, though, that have any sentimental value.
Especially a lot of the little boxes and things for jewelry. I have had those issues in the past because I love a little container. You know that.
Yes.
And I do still have a lot of little containers when I've been decluttering. But yeah, I'm going to have to, as I'm starting to organize, I'm going to have to say, am I really going to use that little tiny container? Because if not, that might be something to declutter.
Right. And I think for me too, I often think, well, this will make a good thing to put something in if I do declutter it and then give it away. But
right. Yes. Yes.
So we do have some questions here because we're going to get to our big reveal at the end and we're going to guess what each other's numbers are.
Yeah.
But overall, Jill, how do you feel about the challenge in your experiment here?
Well, I'm very pleased with the results of the way I feel. It is surprising to me how good it feels every time I walk into the kitchen.
Yay.
Yeah, because I turn the bend and I just see clear counters and wow, I didn't realize how much clutter. I mean, I knew how much clutter I had, but I didn't realize how much better that I would actually feel just walking in and having it be like so open.
And Heather spoke about this, the mental, that when a place is set, when you walk into the space, it just feels more calm.
Yes. Yeah. And so I don't know that I feel calm. I feel excited.
Oh.
Because I'm like, oh, I like this. Yeah.
You remember what life was like before and just keeping those memories. How about your fridge, though? Did you ever put any more magnets back on?
I did. I put, there's maybe 10 things on there now.
Okay.
Yeah, because part of what I decluttered in the challenge this month was some of the magnets from the box.
So you've actually already gone through the box,
Yes, I did, because I went through the box to see what I wanted to put on. And I keep thinking I'm going to do that rotating schedule because I would like to kind of showcase
so if you need a
things.
little box to keep some in, and you could put
Oh.
1, 2, no,
Right.
I've got you covered.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, week 1, week 2.
Yes.
But then I'd have to get rid of something. One
Right.
in, one out. Yeah.
Right. And I was really excited to do this too, because it made me look at some drawers I haven't looked at in a while,
Yeah.
and places in the closets that I haven't gone to,
Mm-hmm.
and things like that. So really, it is an ongoing thing.
Yes.
And perhaps I haven't really taken a hard look lately. So this
Mm-hmm.
challenge has helped me too. So I
Good.
feel great myself.
Good,
So,
good. Yeah, and the other thing that I feel is like Heather was on last week. The day after she left, that morning as I was getting ready for work, I thought, this house really is, like, thinking about it from what she said. I walked into the kitchen, it felt good, open. I, was getting my clothes on earlier, the office, because I had done a good tidy for her. I was just like, wow, am I organized now?
well, you have more time too. You have less clothes. You have less choices to make in the
True.
morning.
Yeah.
When you walk into your kitchen, it's available to start making your coffee or whatever. You notice, as she said, she called them tchotchkes, but knickknacks. You can see your favorite things because that's what you have out.
Yeah.
So it really does give you back space and time.
Yeah.
Even with cleaning.
Right. And even just like when we didn't have a lot of clutter on the floor because we have dogs that chew it up.
Yeah.
But like even just walking through the space, I felt like there was less clutter on the floor, even though there really wasn't. It just something feels good about my house now.
Wow.
Yeah.
I can't wait until in a few episodes we're going to review those statements and to see what your numbers
that's
are
true.
like.
I can't wait either.
Right, because the progress, we're already making so much progress. And as you kept mentioning, the snowball effect.
But there is still a lot to be had for sure.
Right. We don't want to make listeners think that we don't still have a lot to do.
Yeah,
but
it's just now I'm motivated. Before I was motivated because I thought, well, wouldn't it be cool? But now I am motivated.
Wonderful. Okay, so when we let go of things this last month, was there anything that stood out as most surprising for you?
I don't know that anything is super surprising. It was a lot of junk. I had a lot of cords, charging cords.
So that could have been surprising how many you have stored over the years.
The other thing that's surprising, I don't know why I kept them, but several years ago, I got a bunch of new sports bras and they came with like the insert padding.
Mm-hmm.
And I took it all out and I just had them all in a drawer.
You saved those.
Yeah. Why?
Yeah.
Why?
Right.
So those went out this morning. I had a broken necklace that I was keeping. Just stupid stuff,
Your sports bras thing make me think about something I found, because I have a box in my basement with kitchen items I don't use much.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I found in that box these inserts. I have these like lettuce storage Tupperware containers.
Oh.
And they have these plastic inserts in the bottom. I never used though. I guess they drain the vegetables.
That makes sense.
But I had about 5 of those, and I was just keeping them because they went with the container.
Right, that you use, but
you
don't use the
and
insert.
I have no plans of letting go these containers, and I don't use these inserts, so why am I keeping them?
Exactly. Yeah, I do stuff like that,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm trying not to. Now I'm trying to learn if I'm not using it.
I think the most surprising thing for me, Jill, is after so many years, this challenge inspired Bill to get rid of his suits.
Wow, that is very good. Yes.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah. I like that. And actually, Lloyd, one of the places I decluttered was a hamper that we had not opened in years.
Oh.
And most of the hamper was clothes that do not fit Lloyd anymore.
Okay.
And he let go of 25 items of clothing in that hamper.
Goodness. So he did help you.
He did. I thought,
these numbers are going up.
Right.
Okay.
I said last night, let's do this because I want these numbers to count.
I know. You messaged me yesterday. I have some more decluttering to do before we report.
Yes. And I actually did even more. I listened to the podcast this morning of the one that released yesterday. And then it reminded me that I started the top of my bedroom closet and didn't do much else. So I went in there and I hit some more spots in there.
Excellent.
Yeah.
This momentum and snowballing really going.
Yep.
Okay. Next question I presented to Jill ahead of time. What was the oldest item?
I think it was probably Dad's bank.
Ooh.
Right?
Oh, yeah. You
Yeah.
can't beat that. It was his childhood toy.
Yeah.
Okay. And I was thinking about, I looked through my list. The oldest item might have actually been Bill's tux from high school because he let go of that
That's
as
pretty
well.
old too.
But I found that I had some old measuring tapes that were in sewing kits.
Okay.
I think I still have the one that was grams,
Oh.
but I let go of another one, which was pretty old. It might not be as old as Bill's tux.
I should have asked you. I bought one recently.
Torn. Oh, I have.
Okay.
Oh, I have actually.
No, I
too.
did buy one though, so I'm good. Yeah, because I lost mine. I don't know where mine from my childhood sewing kit went. I don't know. So I had to buy one.
3, and I actually still kept 2. They're small. That's the thing. We get into these things. Why do I have 3? If I actually never even use them nowadays.
Right.
Do people still measure their waists before they buy clothes online?
Well, sometimes. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah. So I'm not even sure that I use the 2 I have, but.
Yeah.
Okay, Jill, for another question. Do you have a most sentimental item that you parted with?
It was the bank.
Oh.
Yes, the bank.
The bank. And fortunately, Jill found that key in her silverware drawer, and she gave me the key to unlock the bank so I can get the coins out when I put them in the bank.
Yeah.
So
I'm pretty sure that was the bank. I mean,
were there any others?
A lot of the stuff I got rid of, I don't even know why I was hanging on to it, you know?
Okay, well, we'll deal with that sentimental items later, I guess, on another show. Yes. And I did let go of a wedding gift.
Okay.
It was one of those needle points that have our names and dates. And the person who gave it to me was a lovely lady. In fact, I think it was our dad's secretary at one of the churches.
Yeah.
But I don't have that much of an emotional connection to her. And it sat in my closet for a long, long time. And I think I didn't let this go because I can't give it to anyone else. It has our names. But I'd rather put up pictures of us than a needle point. But that is something I let go of.
Yeah, because if you're not displaying it, why is it in your closet?
Why is it sitting in my closet? All these years I look at it, and I have other photos like that, but they're just even a little more sentimental. So
yeah, I do have in my office. It's also a shrine to my children in their childhood. You know, some of the pictures I have up.
You have a lot more photos up than me.
Oh, I love photos on the walls, and I have some lovely cross stitches that a dear family friend made.
Yes.
And it does say the date of birth and their weights and animals. And so I have those up because I want to display them.
Yes.
Yeah.
And in fact, I think my son has one of those in his room still because he doesn't even care what's on the walls of his room. So.
Yeah.
Okay, then another question I sent Jill. Any other patterns or observations? Just from looking at the items, I know you maybe didn't list everything, but you said you were going to look for patterns when we first started this.
Well, a pattern in the kitchen, not the pantry, because there were only a couple expired things there, but in 2 other cupboards, there was a lot of expired stuff. So I need to find a way to organize my kitchen so that I'm using the stuff instead of just buying things and then throwing them away. A lot of it was clothing. And we talked about this with Heather last week, that game that you came up with. Wendy actually told me afterwards that she came up with the questions.
Oh, yes. The I Still Have.
Yes, the I Still Have game. Clothing. I need to get rid of. I still have a lot of clothing that doesn't fit me, and I do need to get rid of it. And I gave you a couple things just today.
I know, the one in, one out. Well, thank you, Jill. That was my problem this month. I took stuff from Mom. I took stuff from you.
Yeah. I had a lot of old towels and washcloths and sheets and things like that we never use.
And now you can think in your mind too, if you're never going to use this again. Yes.
Yeah. A lot of it was paperwork, in that one closet. And I haven't really even hit a lot of things. Like I have a lot of shoes I need to go through. Some of it was just garbage, really.
Yeah.
Like when
cords.
or I get new supplies I have a CPAP I use to sleep. Yeah. And I had boxes of the used stuff just sitting there that I never threw away. Like, why? And then I also did have a lot of boxes that were like, if they were in the closet, I considered it to be clutter.
Yes.
And I counted it as
I would count that.
Yeah. I mean, if I just get something in the mail and I deal with it and put it to recycle right away, I don't count it. But those things I had been hanging on to. Yeah. How about you?
The first thing I decluttered was my bag clips.
Yes, I did that
potato chips and all of that. I actually was able to let go 15 of those. It's like, wow.
Yeah.
But the reason I was as well is because I had some new ones I hadn't used yet. So I found 10 cloth face masks from the pandemic.
I probably got rid of about 15 of those.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I've already let go of a bunch of them. I kept them, but then
after a while, they said the cloth ones really weren't effective. Yeah. So I think I just had them all in this bag because we were using the more surgical masks. Right. And so, at that point, why was I keeping all the cloth ones I had?
And I still have a package of the one-time use ones.
Yeah, I have those too. So if I ever
need one, I can grab one of those.
Yeah.
As I said, I let go of some rags. I didn't count all of them, but some of them because they count. Socks, T-shirts. Bill did help me with the clothes. And actually, 15 books. Now, I think 9 of them were from Bill. So it's easy. We collect these things.
So Bill is really on board now.
Yeah. Now, I want to also mention that I did really question things I never use. Candle holders.
Okay.
If I'm never going to burn candles again, I burned what I had.
And you're not buying new candles?
I don't think I would. Bill doesn't like them.
Oh, I like candles, yeah.
Laundry balls I had that were old. And then I found some things. Mom is very crafty. She's lovely. She makes stuff for us all the time. And she's given me a couple things I've never used, but I asked her if she wanted them back, and she's going to take them.
Oh, okay.
So.
Yeah. I haven't gone through stuff like that because that's all in the basement. So we will be making some decisions with that stuff. We will be
making, but this is great because this has started us off. So what did you learn, or what will you take away from this whole decluttering experiment, Jill?
Well, I learned that I have a lot to do, because if I could get the amount out in mostly the upstairs of my house, which I have 2 floors, a basement and a first floor.
Yes.
The main living area, I guess I should say. If I could get that much out in a month and I still have stuff to declutter, I probably could, in theory, do this challenge for 3 or 4 more months and hit the number I hit.
Wow.
But what I took away was that I really do want things to have a home. Okay. And I think Lloyd does too, even though
he's on board with that.
Yeah, because I've noticed taking out the trash more when it fills, and the recycling, because before we would just kind of let things clutter up. Like there would be maybe some of his soda cans on the counter if it filled up, or we would just get a new bag and hang it in the kitchen until we felt like going out. But yeah, the one day when Heather was here, I forgot to mention this last week, she and I were doing something and I said, "Oh, grab me one of those bags," because she was in the pantry. I said, "I need to, my recycling can's full. I'll just put this in." And I opened up the under the sink, and he had taken it out while she and I were out and about.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah. So
lots of observations.
Yeah, it's just helping. It's helping everybody.
Yes. And while we might not want to record manually everything every month.
That was hard.
Right. But I think you learned a lot through the process.
Yes.
And even jotting down some observations and things you let go of and all.
Yeah. And like things, I just was holding on to ridiculous stuff. I guess it's that mentality of not having enough, maybe, or like, they said like through the Depression, people would recycle their, like, why was I hanging on to all that like plastic silverware?
Well,
did I think I would never get any again?
We do hang on to things for just in case, like just in case I need this. And then there's also the drive that you and I do not want to waste things.
Yes. And
so
I did throw away a lot more things than
and that's an eye-opener too, because a lot of stuff that we let go of, even if we can somehow donate it, it doesn't always make it to someone else's home.
No.
And it is an eye-opener because everything we bring in and let go, it is a drain to the planet.
Yes. Well, that's why I like thrift stores.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love thrift shopping.
Yes.
And I keep like seeing all these fun things I'd like to do to make my home even homier. But
yes.
Yeah.
Well, let's get to our results now. All right. So Jill, would you like to guess how many I had? Just hearing me talk some and knowing me. My goal was 200. How many items do you think I let go of?
I think you let go of 500 items.
Wow. Well, you got it a little bit too high.
Okay, good.
But I'll let everyone know it was 313.
Wow, okay, good.
So over 50% higher than what I expected.
Yeah.
Perhaps I could have gotten there, but I really was concerned. I'm like, oh, I don't want to beat Jill.
I thought you were going to beat me. I thought maybe you were.
I know. Well, that's I bet you I could if I really questioned so much more.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, I actually stopped a couple days ago, so I thought, well, I got my goal.
Yeah.
But 313, I'm surprised. I said it at 200. What was I thinking?
Well, 200 to me seems so low.
Yeah.
Even like, I mean, when I did I don't think I said a number when I did my silverware drawer because I was guesstimating. And I didn't want to give the listeners an idea of maybe what I'm hitting, but I know I got rid of at least 50 items in one drawer. So when you said 200, I thought, well, you are way more organized than I think you are.
Yeah.
I mean, and I think you're organized, but I always think that every home has something to get rid of.
Correct. And I think because I think that everything really has a place in my home, it has a home.
Yeah.
There's still lots of things
that are just hanging out in their home and never being touched.
Correct.
Yeah.
You've nailed it.
Like your rag bag.
Yeah.
How many rags does one really need?
I know. Well, that one was spilling over. That was the one area that was spilling over. Okay, so Jill had a goal of 465. Now, I'm thinking if she's thinking I'm beating her with 500, maybe she didn't even hit 500, but I'm going to say 555.
Well, do you want what I hit last night or what I hit today?
Today.
Okay, today.
It counts because we're still in the 30 days.
Yes. We are well within. I can even hit higher.
We're a day or two early.
Well, I'll start by saying last night I was a little panicked, or yesterday.
Okay.
And I thought, I bragged about, I'll definitely hit it.
Yes.
And I thought, will I definitely hit it? Like I finished work yesterday and I thought I better get to work because I was close to 465, but I wasn't quite there yesterday. And so by yesterday evening, I got up to 484. But today, being inspired by our podcast,
drum roll here.
I hit more of my closet. Oh, and this also counts Lloyd's stuff.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, because I didn't record it until today. I got up to, I didn't quite hit what you said, but I was very close. I decluttered 549 items.
Wow. Yay, Jill. 549.
549.
She surpassed and blew away her goal.
Woohoo! I really wanted to hit 700, but I just don't have the time.
Yes.
Yeah, I could have easily.
Yes, and that's when you originally set that, you thought of all the clutter in your house that really could go.
But instead of getting down into the basement, one, I need some help, I think. But two, I just really was enjoying making the upstairs livable.
Right.
And so I really wanted to focus on my living space for this month.
Awesome. So I also have to ask you, do you still have your VHS Bachelor tapes?
I still do. So those are in the garage.
See, I thought that was an easy toss. But
no, that would be. I was going to head down there if I didn't hit my goal last night with some of this other stuff.
Okay, so
but then when I hit that goal, I was like, yes. I actually decluttered on my lunch break yesterday because I was like, I gotta get this done.
You gotta get it. You did it, Jill. You did it. Yay, yay. So I thought in finishing up this challenge results, I have some questions to ask before buying an item. Because now that Jill has let go of so much stuff, and hopefully the listeners have let go of some stuff. But ask yourself these questions before buying an item. So the first one, will it add value to my life?
Right.
Number 2, is this the best use of my money? I think with this, if you're choosing to buy something, that's money that you don't have for something else, whether it be lunch with someone, a vacation, savings, debt payoff, all these different things. So really, when you think about it, you're spending your dollars here. Those dollars could be going elsewhere. Number 3, do I already own something I can use instead of this item?
That's the one when you handed me this before we recorded that I thought, because I did buy one non-consumable thing yesterday. It hasn't come in yet, so I don't have to get rid of anything yet. But I thought, I wish I kind of asked myself that before I ordered this, because there are a couple things I could swap out instead.
Right. So if you're buying something like a shirt, do you have another shirt that would fit the bill? Or it could be even something creatively different.
Right.
Oh, that's interesting. Now I'm curious. But I gave Jill a little card to put in her purse or wallet or hang on her refrigerator so that she could keep reminded. And this number 4, can I get by without it for a while?
And I probably could have gotten by without it.
I think of you putting save in your Amazon, you put those things in your Amazon cart, save them for later. I like to ask myself, make do, like, can I make do without it? So, and even other people say, if you write it down and wait 7 days, a lot of times you're not going to want it. And you could wait 2 days, 3 days.
I might send this back, actually.
Okay. And number 5, can I borrow it or buy it used? There's Jill in the thrift store.
I love a good thrift find.
Or if you have family nearby or friends to ask. And then number 6, and this is just for Jill, where will it live in my house?
Yes. That's a good question.
Yes.
And that's why I bought this thing, because I know.
You know where it's going to live.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it going to add value to your life, Jill?
I don't know. I mean, it's a set of 5 back scratchers. You know how you get an itch and you just can't reach it? And so I thought I'd put one by my chair, maybe one in my purse. But then I thought, when I read your thing, I thought, I have a lot of silverware. Could I use a fork as a back scratcher?
Yeah, that's true. There might be something else, or a ruler.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I was like,
so that's a good example. Jill, I'm glad you did this, because it kind of fits in with these questions.
The funny thing is, my back was a little itchy when I was shopping on Amazon, and I think that's why. That's why I ordered it. It was a bit of an impulse buy, but I was buying only consumables. I've been only shopping for consumables.
Yeah.
But that was the one non-consumable thing.
And I feel like, because Jill did so well with this challenge, that is a good point, that every once in a while, if you set a goal, a little treat.
Yeah, well, that's also what I was looking at too. But why a 5-pack of back scratchers? I don't know.
Maybe like a special coffee or a special... Yeah, but these are good questions to ask. So once again, will it add value to my life? Is it the best use of my money? Do I already own something I can use instead of this item?
Yeah.
Can I get by without it for a while? Can I borrow it or buy it used? And where will it live in my home? So I have now given Jill an index card with these questions.
And I will think about that before I make purchases.
Excellent. And so now, finally, Jill, You have given us an idea.
Yeah.
Well, collaboration together
right. Because,
of a new challenge.
I need a challenge. I said to Wendy, I need a challenge to keep me motivated. Because there were so many times when you weren't with me that I thought I have to declutter because I got to get this, I got to hit that number.
Okay.
And so I need something to keep me going when we're not decluttering together.
Yeah. And I like a good game. I
Mm-hmm.
like a good challenge. I'm with you, Jill.
Yeah.
And that's one of those things, you're realizing this about you. So you have come up with what you have called the daily 10-minute timer challenge.
Yes. In collaboration, we came up with this.
Correct.
Because we talked about like the 10 tidy, 10 toss, which I've done in the past with my kids every night before bed. But we thought, what if we decided that I'm going to give myself a calendar? We're going to do this for 30 days.
Yes.
And every day that I actually set a timer for 10 minutes, I could go longer, but it has to be 10 minutes, 10 full minutes, and the timer dings at the end. And I've done some decluttering of some sort. Maybe it's just an evaluation where I think I'm going to declutter, but in fact, the area I hit, I'm just organizing, but it has to be 10 minutes of work.
Or even letting go of of throwing out the mail, recycling, doing things. Yes.
Yes. So I'm going to try that for 10 minutes a day. Each day that I do it, I will get a check mark. And we'll see. I'm like a star on the kid. I'm like a little kid.
Kids.
I get a little star on the fridge. And if I do it for 30 days, I get 30 stars.
Yes.
But I might not hit that because I am traveling in the next month.
Me too. Yes.
So I'll be gone, I think, 4 days. And so my goal is to get 25 stars or checks or whatever system I come up with. Probably checks. Because in decluttering, we did get rid of my school stars, remember?
Yes.
And so I'm not going to buy them just to do it. I'll give myself a check mark.
Excellent. Okay. Yeah. And I am going to do the same thing.
Okay.
Now, I have 2 times I'm going to be away in the next 30 days. So
I do too, actually.
I'm going to say 24 because on the day I get back, I can do 10 minutes. 24 would actually mean, I think, because if it's 3 days on one trip and 3 days on another, I might be able to do 25, but I'll say 24.
I'm going to say 25. I'm going to stick with that still, even though I just remembered when you said 2 times I am doing another little 2-nighter, but I'll only be gone really the one full day.
Right.
And I could do the decluttering or the challenge on those other 2 days. So I'm still going to try for 25.
Okay. And Jill, if you can do 25 and I can do 24, you could beat me again. Wouldn't that be a streak?
That would be great. Maybe I'll even try to piggyback my other trip with some decluttering on the days of travel.
Wow.
So maybe I'll hit more.
Listeners, 10 minutes isn't long at all.
No.
Especially once you get started, you'll probably find you want to go a little longer than 10 minutes.
Yes.
But if you can set it in your mind, 10 minutes, it's not hard to at least take the first step of setting the timer.
Yes. And so then I'm just going to, out of curiosity, have a ballpark of how many items I can get rid of in a month if I just do 10 minutes a day.
Interesting. Okay. And this will be without me. So it'll be your own 10
It'll
minutes.
just be to see what I can get rid of from my life. I mean, like you said, some days it might be mail. Yeah. And I won't necessarily count that as a declutter. Yeah. I'm curious.
Awesome, Jill.
It'll at least be maintaining, like you say. One in, one out at least makes it so that you're not getting more clutter in your life.
Right. And we did the one in, one out. We probably don't have time to talk about it, but that went well for me. What about for you?
Yeah, it went well until I ordered these back scratchers and I'm not sure if I'm going to send them back or not. Okay. But yeah, everything I bought this month was either consumable or I got one out for it.
Perfect. Well, and on our next episode, we plan to get together and tackle maybe your basement.
Well, not the whole thing. There's lots of nooks and crannies in the basement.
Part of it.
One of the areas of storage that is just a mess.
So join us next time as we tackle Jill's basement partially. And also still, I want to show, Jill, a couple of the things that I am having trouble letting go.
I can't wait to see these. Yeah, I cannot wait.
Thanks for listening, everyone, and join us next time as we continue the decluttering experiment. And tune in to see what progress has been made.
If any.